Placer County home whisperer, Marissa Leahy with eXp Realty, Marissa Leahy Homes. So excited about today's interview. This is Debbie Samson, the Debbie Samson.
Yeah, right.
Yes, Auburn, California, Camelot School of Dance. If you don't know what it is, you've been, I don't know, dead the last 34 plus years. It's an amazing dance studio. It's not just a dance studio. It is a family. It's a home. You get self-esteem when you come here. You get lifted up. You learn how to solve problems, work as a team, get close to someone so close that their sweat drips on you. All the good stuff. Yes. For sure. And right here, Debbie Samson, I got to dance with Debbie. Debbie has taught me. I started here at Camelot, let's see, I wrote down the date because I had to count back, 1992, maybe 91. Oh, so yeah, okay, yeah. Camelodian, Camelot alumni. I know you're out there watching. Every time I post anything with Debbie, they go, Debbie, I miss her. And that's why, because she was a role model to all of us. I'm actually getting all choked.
I know, now I'm gonna cry too.
She's a role model to my daughter who comes here now and to the community, and when I thought of, when I wanted to do this channel, I had certain people in mind, and one of them was Debbie, because she truly is a badass. She's gonna be super humble this whole interview, so I have to lift her up, but her heart is bigger than can even fit inside of her. You feel welcome. She loves your children like her own. My daughter actually asked me, hey mom, how many kids does Debbie have? And I said, honey, she has thousands. And then she went away, came back and said, mom, how did Debbie have 1,000 kids? And I said, well, she has 2 of her own, but she has thousands of kids. They're all out there. I know you're gonna message me. And so yes, let's get on with the Debbie Samson, who has created a dance community here in Auburn, where their instruction here is top notch. We are lucky to even have them here in Auburn. Even if you're 15, 20 miles away, this is the place to be. They make dancers here. They breed them here.
Yes. Generations.
A generation. So, Debbie Samson, generation 2 here at Camelot. So Debbie, introduce yourself. Tell me a little bit about where you grew up, where you went to high school, whose studio this was and whose is it now, yada yada.
Debbie Samson.
Yes.
Grew up in Grass Valley. Went to high school at Nevada Union. And when I was 12, I danced in Grass Valley until I was 12, 3 to 12. And then at 12 years old, 1984, my mom opened Camelot. My mom.
Yes.
Miss Pam Harold.
Yes, Pam, which I was lucky enough to take. When she was here teaching, she was the ballet teacher. Yeah. I think you did all my jazz, but she was the one, that hit us with a cane in a loving way.
In a loving way.
Yes, but I mean, she has a piece of my heart for sure. Amazing woman, and that would be hard shoes to fill.
And I don't feel them.
Yes,
I don't.
See, humble.
I walk in her path for sure, but I do not. I couldn't possibly fill her shoes. She's a living legend in my not so humble opinion.
It's true. She is, but she's amazing. She's definitely the one that could fill her shoes. Yes, walking in the path.
So sweet.
Okay, so tell me a little. So you were saying that Pam opened it in '84. Mm-hmm. And what part did you play in the studio? Did you just come, take, what?
Okay, so I was 12, and my job was to just be silent. And I was not allowed to talk, but she taught every class on the board. So Monday through Saturday, she taught every class. Aww. And I just stood in the front of the class with her and just demonstrated whatever she needed.
Yeah.
Cleaned the studio so that we could leave, before 10 o'clock at night.
Yes.
And get home to Grass Valley.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I did that until I was 16. She wouldn't let me teach a dance class until I was 16. I just stood in the room listening to her teach, learning from her, demonstrating, and then of course taking all the classes too. Yeah. That I could. So
amazing dancer.
That was what I did.
Amazing. Yes. So touching on that, being self-employed, when you start a business, and this is why I'm doing a lot this because she is a badass CEO here now at Camelot. But she mentioned Pam taught Monday through Saturday. If maybe you'd get home by 10, cleaned it, taught every class. That's tough. That's hard work to make her dream. Yeah. And then in essence, you took over that dream, and this was then your dream to take on, to continue on. Yeah, probably.
So I left after high school. I went down to LA and I studied down there. I took dance classes, and I didn't go to college. I'm not a schoolgirl. Yeah. But took as many dance classes as I could, and that was my college years. That was my 4 years away. Came home to get married. I started teaching a lot then, but I really didn't take over the studio in terms of running it. It's been now maybe, I guess, 8-10 years ago. And I just kind of said, hey Mom, you want me to do that for you? Yeah. You know, and she was glad to start handing over those tasks, producing the shows and taking the company out into the community and dancing for the community and letting her, you know, she was still choreographing, still teaching, but I was the one to just kind of do the work of it, you know. And then she eventually said, okay, I'm out. Wow. And see you later. Yeah. I'm gonna go rest at home because I've been working my butt off for so long. Yes. I'm gonna go rest. So that's kind of how it happened. And so she trusted you though. So when you build something like that, she just knew this was right. She's gonna do what she definitely trusted me through all of the baby steps, because there was a lot of like, I don't want to let go. Yeah. I don't want, what if it's not done to the vision that I have? And I would say, don't worry about that. I got this. I got it. I'll do what, you know, kind of unintentional back then. Now I'm very intentional, continuing on the moral ground and the dreams that she laid out for everybody and the pathway that she laid out. I'm really intentional about continuing that on through the generations. Yes. And then I just kind of, you know, like when you're too young and you just think you're invincible and you can do everything, and without any really thought process to it, I was like a warrior that way. Yeah. And now I'm a lot in my more mature ages. I'm more intentional, way more intentional, more purposeful. So what is now today, being 2019, what's your vision for the studio? Yeah, you know, I've been thinking about that question. I want it to be something that your kids can come to, that your kids' kids can come to. Yes. I want it to be a family. I want it to stay this family that it is. I want to teach kids that they are amazing and they're good enough. And it doesn't matter if they live their dreams being a dancer or being, you know, a doctor or being a garbage collector or being whatever, that they are good enough and they're talented enough and they have, what they have inside of them is right there, and they can offer it to the world, and it's beautiful, and the world needs them individually, that one person. So just humans. See, yeah, that's why it's amazing, that right there. My kids do come here. So, and I knew, this is really silly, but when I found out I was having a girl, the first thing I thought, I remember the ultrasound, well, I thought it was a boy, but it ended up being a girl, and I went, she's gonna dance on Camelot. And it's like, thinking back, it's like I had no even idea what it was like to have a child, but that's all I knew, that was going to be a must. But touching on how you say, there have definitely been dancers here that have gone off to be professional dancers. But also building to whatever you do, if you become a nurse, a doctor, and even when I meet those, I'll be out and about and go, is it Camelot? Yeah. Like, yeah, Camelodian. Right. You know, it's that connection and that comfort instantly, almost like a sigh of relief and excitement to see the other one and say, what have you been up to? Oh my gosh. You know, I mean, maybe we'll even get a little dorky and start doing a little dance, but you know, it's definitely, it's that family and that, just like you said, raising people up, and you can feel that when you come in here. Yeah. So that's awesome. Okay. So now tell me,
a business or personal or life quote, saying, or principle you live by?
Well, I have to say, of course, the one we all grew up with my mom, right? Whatever you can conceive or believe,
yes,
you can achieve.
And it's on the sign.
That's it.
Yes.
You have to, I have to go with that one, right?
Dream big, right?
Dream big.
Well, and we're in a society where don't dream because that's not safe. You need to dream.
It's sad. It's
yeah.
sad. Yeah.
You need to fail.
You need to fail.
Yes.
Because that's what's taught, is that failing is, if you fail, it's done, you're over. Yeah. You failed at it, go. No. You have to do that in order to learn what's next.
Yes.
To learn how to get up again, to learn how to take the next step. We all fall down when we learn, like from crawling to walking, you fall 1,000 times.
And as a toddler or a baby learning to walk, they're unafraid though. They just go for it and they fall and they do it again and they fall. And so as our kids are being raised, you fall, I'm scared, don't do it. And you know, that is a big concern nowadays, to fail. If you can't succeed without failing, period.
No.
I mean, I can tell you, being on stage at one of the Camelot shows, falling on stage. I think I stepped on, or someone stepped on my skirt. It's happened to all of us.
Yeah.
It happened. What do? You get up, you're mortified inside, and you smile because they told you to put like Vaseline on your teeth and you couldn't help but smile. It was all slippery. It doesn't matter that I almost died, right? And talk about productions. We're going to talk about this. The Camelot show I was wearing, this is Camelot apparel last year. It is my daughter's, so if I turn blue, this is why. She was a little irritated when I was putting it on. But the productions are amazing. I was wearing my Camelot sweatshirt the other day at the grocery store. Kid you not, I meant to tell you this before the interview. A man said, "Hey, is that a Camelot sweatshirt?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "My wife and I go to that show every year. We love it."
Whoa.
And I said, "That's awesome. Do you have kids in the show, or did they grow up in there?" And he said, "Oh, no."
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
He said they put on the best show. Oh. And they do, from start to finish. You're entertained, you're crying, you're happy, you're excited. It's everything in one. And you can see the joy on the kid's face. And it's just, that just shows you some person not maybe connected to the studio just by coming for years because they love the show. Yeah. Okay, so how many dancers have come and gone through or here through Camelot?
I don't know.
Like, what do you even think?
How do you know?
I mean, it has to be an unreal amount.
Okay, do you remember the year, it was like our 25th show, and I reached out on Facebook.
And we wrote.
And you wrote, like, Pamela, quotes, and we played them throughout the show.
Yes.
That year, it was overwhelming to me how many people, just kept reaching back, "Hey, Pam meant this to me. Pam meant this to me. Oh, I love Debbie and Pam, and I love the staff at Pam." And there's obviously the staff is important too. Like, it's not just Mom and I, it's all of us create this family. I don't know the number. I can't even.
I was trying, when I wrote that question, I'm like, I don't even know if she'd know this number, but I would know it would be an unreal amount. If you go way back.
Awesome.
Yeah, which is amazing. I mean, we're talking thousands. It has to be thousands. And I'm sure wherever you go, you'll find someone go, "Oh, Debbie, how's your mom?" Or
a lot.
It's like being, when teachers say they don't live in the town they teach because they can't even go to the store. I'd be that one. "Debbie!" She's like, "No, not right now." Okay, so what is your favorite book or book you've always wanted to read? Just say it.
I don't read books. I don't read. I listen to audiobooks. I listen to the Bible.
What's your favorite listening audiobook?
Right now, right now, honestly, the only book I have on my audiobook is the Bible.
That's good though.
I listen to the Bible. I listen to podcasts. Right now I'm listening to a Sleeping at Last podcast, and it's
I'm really into podcasts right now.
Amazing.
So if you had to, I mean, I would say Moby Dick, just because I want to say that. I only know there's a whale and a boat. I don't even know what Moby Dick is. But I'd say, oh yeah, Moby Dick.
No.
Yeah, Moby Dick. Okay, so then what's your favorite of all time? Being a dancer, this can be really hard. Album or artist, music, or just a song even, all time.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say Celine Dion.
I knew you were gonna say it.
You hear her.
What year was that you went to Celine Dion? I was really jealous.
It was Titanic. It was her
Titanic. Oh, that's right. She came back. She had her Celine hat. I mean, sure. I knew you were gonna say yeah. As a dancer, Celine Dion. How can you not? The passion she sings with, and it's just like,
Okay, and I had a student just 2 weeks ago sent me a text, and it was the picture of like her poster or whatever. Yeah. She was at a Celine Dion concert. She's like, Daddy,
thinking of you. Yes. Oh, we would be just all over the place. I love it. I knew you were gonna say that. It's so funny. Okay, what's your favorite color?
Yes. Oh. And I can't. Green. I'm drawn to green by accident. Like if I
by accident,
like teal green.
Yeah.
But I don't. I love them all.
You love them all. That's why you have the rainbow scarf on. Yeah. I love it. Okay, if you had a superpower, what would it be?
Okay. I thought of, being able to turn 15 times like those amazing dancers that are now, and I don't know how they do that, okay? I thought about flying, of course.
Yes.
But I think I want my superpower to be to know exactly what my students need for me to say for them to get it.
Yes.
Is that a superpower?
That would be amazing. Imagine that. Yeah. So you would
know.
My
whole moments every time, like, okay, I'm gonna.
What would this take? And I'm sure everyone's would be different.
Right.
And as a parent, though, what your kid needs. What?
Why?
And then you could just, stop crying about it and stop beating yourself up that you're the worst parent every night.
Pick me.
Yeah, that's me too. There's no manual for this stuff. We're winging it.
Yeah.
That's a good superpower. Okay. Before I ask our closing question, I'm going to put you on the spot. And I didn't give her this question. What is something that people would be surprised to know about you? Whether it be something silly, something you like?
Well,
you're pretty transparent.
I think that is what the surprise is, as I'm really I am painfully shy.
Yeah.
Like,
shy?
I am.
No.
I hate.
You are not.
I hate meeting new people. Like, when we go to dance convention, you're supposed to go and do the meet and greet.
Yeah.
I can't.
What?
I can't.
I would not picture you as shy. I've never seen that.
So shy.
Wow. And okay, that's a surprise.
Maybe people think I just don't care, or, but I do care so much that I'm so painfully shy. I hate being in front of people.
Okay, that's a surprise because she fakes it. I'm like, I've known you forever, and I would never think that.
But put me in front of a dance class,
and you're like,
and anybody that I can teach dance to, I'm fine.
Well, but when I call in, I can hear you teaching how to park.
No way, no.
And that's coming from shy.
Yeah, I am. I don't want to.
So that's okay. Well, next dance convention, I'll just go in there with you.
Yeah.
I just
put some hand. Honestly, I hate it.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's fun. I'm glad. Okay. Last question: bacon or sausage?
Bacon. Duh.
We've never had a sausage yet. Can you believe it?
I can.
I know. Okay. No judging though if you like sausage. Anyways, that's it. Debbie Samson, Camelot Dance Studio here in Auburn, California.
Thank you.
Gem of the community. Her being so shy, and she did the interview anyways, which was so sweet.
When you said, "Hey Deb, it took me like."
Well, the think bubbles. I asked her, I said, all this stuff. She went, I said, basically, can you do this interview? I think bubbles, and I'm looking down and I'm like, hello. Like the adults.
Honestly, though,
is she gonna answer?
I would never not, because I want to. My heart wants to, my mind wants to, but I was like, okay, you can do it. You
can. And she's badass. Badass Debbie Samson with a gigantic heart. She treats everybody as though they're family. It's a wonderful place. They also have adult classes. I have to plug that. adult ballet, adult modern. We have like the adult
like a move and groove.
Move and groove. What's that one aerobic? It's not quite that though. Help me out. You know, they do
Jazzercise? Is that what you're gonna say?
Don't wear those. Sorry. No. What's the new jazzercise?
Oh, Zumba.
Except it's more.
It's not Zumba, yeah.
You're like
fusion. No. It's a fusion of.
It's like you're going to the Valencia club, but you have an instructor.
Yeah.
And you're just feeling the groove.
Yeah.
Right?
Move and groove.
Yeah, move and groove. Yeah. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. Message me if you have any questions, or check out Camelot online. Get your family in here and get those boys to come dance, because we need more boys.
More boys.
All right, see you next time. Bye.
Bye.